Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Malisa and I am a holistic health coach who helps people navigate through their mental health journey. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 daily habits that are hurting your mental health. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So the first habit that is not good for your mental health is the habit of complaining. There was definitely a period in time in my life where I was a habitual complainer and didn't even realize it. It wasn't until my friend called me out on the fact that I was complaining all the time and the people around me didn't want to be around me because of how negative I was. And you might not think about how complaining can be hurting your mental health, but when you really think about it, there's a healthy degree of complaining, right? It's okay to vent. It's okay to complain every now and then. But when it becomes something that's habitual and is something that you do automatically without even thinking, that's when it becomes hurtful to your mental health, is because then once you get into the habit of complaining all the time, you're pretty much rewiring your brain to focus on negative things. And so pretty much as you go throughout your day and as you're experiencing your reality in your everyday life, you're priming and prepping your brain to focus on negative things, and in return, your reality and everything that makes up your reality is filled with negativity. So then your thoughts are negative, your emotions are negative, and if that's the case, then that would be the state of your mental health, and you ultimately can become very vulnerable to embodying a very pessimistic mindset. So the second daily habit that isn't good for your mental health is doubting yourself. We might not think that doubting yourself on a consistent basis can be bad for your mental health, but when you are constantly second-guessing yourself, second-guessing your decisions, second-guessing your abilities, you're in that state of mind where you are pretty much not feeling or embodying feelings of confidence, feelings of happiness, feelings of optimism, and in return, it's like you're not able to truly live up to your full potential because you're spending most of your days, second guessing yourself. You're not living a life of clarity. I think of mental health as something that goes beyond mental illness, because mental health, the way that I see it, is like the state of our mind exists on a spectrum. You're either really, really mentally unstable, which can be mentally ill, or you're very, very mentally healthy, where you're not feeling anxious, you're able to cope with negative emotions, you're able to cope with negative thought. And so that's where I say, where you sit on the spectrum really matters. And so self-doubt is more so on this side, because then you're constantly in your head, you're constantly second guessing yourself. And so that in return hurts your mental health, because then you're not able to make decisions with clarity throughout the day, and it leaves you feeling stuck. So the third daily habit that is not good for your mental health is sleeping late. And a lot of people don't know this, but your sleep quality and your sleep health is very, very deeply interconnected with your mental health, because when you go to bed at night, your body and your brain is using that time that you're sleeping to clear out toxins, to restore memory, to filter out things that you've taken in throughout the day, and deciding on whether or not it's good for your brain. And so sleep, if you're not able to get all the hours in, you're not sleeping on a consistent schedule, in return that can deeply affect your mood, which can then increase your likelihood and chances of experiencing anxiety throughout the day. And it can make you very irritable. It could put you in a state of mind where you're kind of very pessimistic and negative. So the fourth daily habit that is not good for your mental health is something I would refer to destination addiction. If you don't know what destination addiction is, it is the idea that you are constantly in your mind living in the future. And it's the idea that you won't be happy unless you've made it to a certain destination. So let's say that, I am building a YouTube channel and I'm constantly living in the future, constantly focusing on getting 1,000 subscribers, getting 100,000 subscribers, all these things. And my mind and what I'm saying to myself is I can't be happy unless I have these things. I can't be fulfilled. I can't feel like I'm successful. I can't feel like I've achieved some sort of sense of accomplishment until I've made it here, until I have this, until I have this thing. And if you're constantly in that state of mind and in that type of habit and that pattern every single day, it is also hurting your mental health, because then you're using that, and what you're projecting out into the universe is kind of like an energy of resistance. You're projecting a lack of something. You're convincing to yourself that, in order for you to feel a certain emotion, you would have to be someplace else to have that. When really the reason why we have all these goals and the reasons why we want to be somewhere is because we think think that if we have that, and once we get there, that's when we'll feel happy, that's when we'll feel, fulfilled, satisfied, whole, complete, when in reality, this habit of living in the future in your mind is hurting your mental health, because it's stealing moments of joy and moments of happiness that can be found throughout the day for you. And it's also not good for your mental health, because then you're not able to truly live in the present moment because you're somewhere else. You're not here. And then moving on to the last daily habit that is not good for your mental health is comparing yourself to others. It's in our nature to want to compare ourselves to other people, because it's in our nature to want to see what they're doing, to want to see, what it is that we could be lacking, because, back in the day, if you owned your own farm, it's in your nature to be curious about what someone else is doing. The reason why it's not good, and if you're constantly on social media and you're like going through your page or your feed and you're constantly, on a day-to-day basis comparing yourself to other people, whether it's with your accomplishments, your body, anything like that, that is also hurting your mental health, because then what you are implying and what you are projecting out onto yourself or imposing onto yourself is the idea that whatever it is that you currently have is not enough. And when you're in a place where nothing is enough, you end up creating this void within you that cannot be filled. You're constantly filling up your body with feelings of guilt, feelings of shame for not being where someone else is, for not having what someone else have. In return, that can be hurtful to your mental health. Let me know down in the comments below, do you currently embody any of these habits in your daily life? And if so, which ones are they? So that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. With all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, much love, and many blessings to you.